Sorry guys, I'm running late. Hang on a minute, I'm just... Oh, still on a lane. I'm still trying to get myself together here. Hang on. Hang on. Didn't realise what the time was. I was having so much fun this afternoon dancing. Still seems wonky. Hi, Kate. I think this tripod has had too much use in the last 30 days. It's gone a bit wonky. So, third last day. So, excuse the way I look. I've just been down here dancing and I totally forgot the time. I'm like, I haven't got time to change. Let's get into it. So we're doing mobility now, which is great because I did a strength workout this morning. I just finished dancing and now I need to do a little bit of mobility and free myself up. How is everyone doing? If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay, I put out a request in the group today for some feedback for the 30-day challenge. It's really just so that I can improve how I coach and I can improve things so that they're better for you guys as well. So any future challenges that come up, let's try and improve them by giving me some feedback. If there's nothing bad and you loved it, great. Anything you want to see different, anything you'd like to see changed in the future, the way it's delivered, the way I teach, all these sort of things, just let me know. All right. Okay, I'm warm because I've just done a dance warm-up, but make sure that you have warmed up as well. And my husband's just about to come through the gate in a minute. He's just got home from work, so excuse him as he walks through. All right. We are doing a shorter version today, so just a 10-minute version of the mobility session that we did the other day, the longer, I think we did it for 30 minutes or 20 minutes the other day. This is a shorter version. I want to work on external and internal rotation. Going to be doing some active mobility here, so getting the activation happening as well as the mobility through the hips. And then we'll work our way up. So I'm going to just turn this around because I just realised that I'm facing the wrong way. I can't believe we're almost finished. Hi Kelly, how are you? So today and then 2 more workouts, guys. So what am I going to do with myself of an afternoon? Lots more dancing like I did today, I think. Alright, so we're going to get into that 90-90 position. So yeah, I might do it just facing you today. I did it on the side the other day, but I want to do the external rotation first, so we'll use this front leg. So making sure that our that we are in a 90-90 position. So that means our foot and our leg are in a 90-90 position here. We've got a 90-90 position on the inside of our legs and then a 90-90 position out here as well. The first exercise is an external rotation. So external rotation, just for a reminder what an external rotation is, it is where your femur and your hip turn externally. So they turn out away from the midline of your body. So it is rotating that femur outward. Yeah, or your hip joint outward. Now to get some active work happening here, what we're going to do is we're going to push down, and you can use your hand to push down if you like, but what I'd like you to try and do is activate the deep muscles of the hip, the glute medius in particular, by pushing your knee down, thinking about it and pushing it down and trying to lift that front foot at the same time. So let's do that. We're going to work on it for a minute, so I don't want you to hold it for a minute, but I just want you to work on pushing down, lifting up, and then releasing. So maybe you could do 5-second holds. And if you're getting a shake, That's good. If you're getting any cramping in the glute med, you'll probably get the when you do internal rotation, the glute med cramping. There it goes. I'm getting a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pull this foot up and push this knee down. So that is what it would look like if it was a big movement, and if I was moving it with my hands, but I'm trying to move it by thinking about it and just contracting and pushing down into the ground with my knee, lifting that foot. I can't even get my ankle off the ground with this one yet, but it would be good if we could. So external rotation is where I have issues. I seem to be able to get the internal rotation happening okay. Keep going with that. I've already told him he's waiting in the background thinking, can I walk through? Alright, what I want you to do is swap over and do it on the other side now. So moving to this foot. So we've got the 90-90 there. Come on now, just go through. Alright, so again, he's a clown. Alright, so we're pushing down with this knee and lifting up with this foot. Push down and lift up. I'm going to get, and see how I've kind of got a gap under there? I want to try and eliminate that. I want to try and hold my hip down whilst I'm doing this, because if I come forward, I'm assisting it by shortening the leverage on it. So I want to have my hip on the ground and still trying to do it there. Keep going with that one for 2 seconds. I just want to tell him something to do with bub. Thanks, Kate. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Keep doing that. Sorry guys. Alright, so you've done both of those sides now. So let's move on to, sorry, I did both the external first. Let's move on to internal rotation. So I'm going to turn on the side now so that you can actually see that internal rotation. So that is the back leg that we're working on. So the external rotation that we were working on was working on the front leg on each side. Now we're going to work on, when you're sitting in that 90-90 position, we're working on the back leg. So internal rotation is the hip joint turning in, or the femur or your thigh bone turning or rotating in towards the midline of your body, yeah? Okay. So again, same sort of thing that you were doing with the front, but now we're doing it with the back. So I want to push down this knee and I want to lift the foot at the back. So lifting, and this is the one that always gives me a cramp in the glute med. So I kind of just want you to spend a minute lifting and relaxing. And again, I'm doing the old lift the bottom up. I want you to try and keep that hip down on the ground. Makes it a lot harder, but you don't want to cheat yourself. I'm trying to get strength in that glute med for the internal and external rotation of the hips. This one's an important one, because if the glute med isn't strong, the TFL tends to take over and we get sciatic pain. The other muscle that tends to take over is the piriformis, which is a smaller muscle that sits under the glutes. And the TFL and the piriformis are often the two muscles that take over instead of your glutes and can lead to lower back pain and sciatica. Alright, so I'm moving to the other side now. So again, I'm in that 90-90 position. Then come out, so it's at a 90 degrees there. Can you see that leg? Probably not. I can't see if you can see it. Alright, so we're pushing down with this back knee and lifting up with that back foot. You can't see it, can you? I'm just going to move back so that you can see what I'm doing. That's better. There we go. Alright, so I'm pushing down with this knee and lifting up with this foot. They're only very small movements, but they're very intense inside that hip there. Try not to take it up into the lower back, trying to sit up, trying to make sure that all the work is coming from in here and in the internal rotators. So now we've done the hips, internal and external rotation, plunk. That always makes my hips go plunk. So that's our 90-90 internal and external rotation of the hips. All right, now we're going to do a kneeling shoulder flexion stretch on the bench. So I've got a bench prepared here. You might want to use the couch or a kitchen chair or something like that. This in so you can see. Alright, probably you might want something soft because you're going to be placing your elbows up onto the surface. So elbows up. And if I seem a little bit off, I've got a little bit of hay fever or something happening today, so I'm a bit all up on the top of my head. I feel like I'm yelling. Alright, so arms up into either a clasped hand or hands together, dropping the head below. Getting a nice extension of the shoulders and a stretch of the lats. I'd like you to try and keep in this pose for a minute. Making sure that you're breathing your way through those deep stretches. Alright, now we've got the alternating shoulder stretches. So I'm just going to pop this back out of the way again. Oh my goodness, it's this change in weather in Darwin at the moment. It's making me a bit sniffly. Alright, so we're coming down onto our hands and knees, hands out nice and wide, and we're going to be taking one shoulder down and then the other shoulder. Sitting back if you need to, get a little bit deeper into that shoulder. For 1 minute, just alternating backwards and forwards. Okay, how's that feeling? All right. The more I bend over, the more my nose goes. Alright, we're going to be doing the prone shoulder handcuff. So I'm going to just move this mat around long ways. Okay, just make sure you See what I'm doing? Okay, we're going to start with our hands out the front. What we're going to be doing is bringing them into that handcuffed position. So we're going to lift up our chest off the floor. We're going to take the hands all the way around, bend the elbows and come all the way up as high as you can into the middle of your shoulder blades if you can with your hands, holding it there, getting a good stretch through the shoulders, then bringing it back out and down. Let's try and get at least 5 or 6 done in the minute. So up, bring those hands around, up into the middle of your shoulder blades, squeeze, get a stretch through the front of the shoulders and back. Again, this is number 3. Back. And some nice articulation there through the shoulder joint as you move from the front to the back. And again. Let's try and get one more in, hey? And around. Awesome. All right, you now have banded shoulder dislocation. So give you a second to grab your resistance band. So I'm using this longish, lightweight resistance band. So just give you a second to grab hold of that if you are doing this with me. Remembering that the wider you grab the band, the easier it will be. The narrower you grab the band, the harder it will be. So go to where is comfortable for you. And there's options if you can't get it over at all. Alright, so we're taking the hands out wide, pulling on that band. We're taking our hands up and over, and then taking the shoulders and the arms right back. Coming up. Over. The hips and the shoulders are the joints of the body that are really the most complicated and the ones that are injured the most. And that's why that's why I concentrate a lot on mobility through the hips, the shoulders, and through the thoracic, because that's your joiner. Really, the whole body is one kinetic chain. So when there's something wrong somewhere, you can guarantee, or where there's pain somewhere in the body, you can pretty well guarantee that there's something going on either above or below that point. Now, sorry, if you, I'm rambling, if you can't do that full rotation over the top, just taking one hand over, and then bring that hand back over and then do the other side. Sorry, I forgot to mention that straight away. So one hand over and back, one hand over and back. Alrighty. We're going to get into a deep squat with thoracic rotations as our second last exercise. Doing well for time? Excellent. Alright, so if you can't get into, I'll first start with, if you can't get into a deep squat, I'm just going to turn this around. If I wasn't filming, I wouldn't have to keep moving this, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. if you cannot get into a deep squat, your squat with rotation is going to be standing into a shallow squat and rotate. Shallow squat and rotate. All right, just one more time. Awesome. If you can get into that deep squat, that's where we're going to go now. So we want to try and keep those heels on the ground. I want to try and keep that back up nice and straight. If you can get your feet forward, awesome. Mine can't yet because my heels will be right off the ground. Pressing our elbows into our knees for a second. Then place the hand down and rotate. And the other side. Keep going. If a minute is too long, come back. Keep the rotations going. And then you can pop yourself back into the deep squat, or you can just come out of it as well and just keep rotating this way. I'm just going to go into it one more time. Oops. One more on each side. Whoa, and I can feel that today. Awesome, last one. Lumbar circles, alternating. So we're working the lumbar spine. We're going to bring our hands. I actually think this is a what I did is I did a combination of all the a few of the different exercises that I've been using. So this isn't necessarily a shortened version of the one we did a few days ago. This is a few exercises picked out from all the ones you've been doing. I was going to say, because I don't remember doing this one 2 days ago. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to come down and in one direction only, just circling through the lumbar spine. So we're working our lumbar spine by taking it into all the different directions. Really flex it. Sorry, extend it. And flex it. Extension and flexion. Now we'll go back the other way. Extension, flexion. Take it back behind us. Just feel the flow. Nothing fast, nothing forced. More each way, so go back the other way. And then reverse. And we are finished. All right, just give that a shake out. All right, so that was your quicker 10-minute mobility workout today. That's the last mobility of the challenge. How sad is that? I've really enjoyed doing these mobility sessions every couple of afternoons, and this challenge has given me a reason, I guess, or the accountability to do it. So I'm definitely going to add these back into my weeks. I was getting quite complacent and just doing a little bit of mobility on my strength workout days, but definitely going to add this back in now. And the great thing is we've now got a ebook full of workouts that you can refer back to. I'm also popping all of the YouTube, of the Facebook Live videos into YouTube so that you've got that as well. I'm sending out an email tomorrow that explains a few different things. It will explain to you that I'm keeping this group open for 30 days so that you can have access to all the lives while I'm transferring them over into YouTube, because I'm sure some of you have missed workouts because of work or kids or illness or whatever. So I'd like you to be able to try and catch up on them. Tomorrow you will get the full ebook. If you do notice any mistakes in there, any exercise prescription that I haven't edited that I picked up while we were doing the workouts, let me know and I'll edit it and reissue it to you guys. I did do a scan over it today and changed quite a few things, so hopefully I got it all. And please, if you have time, if you have 5 or 10 minutes, that feedback form that I've linked up in the group, it will also be in the email tomorrow. That is a huge help to me to know if I did right by you, if these workouts were effective, if this delivery mode was effective, if my training was quality, all these things I'd love to know so that I can improve things in the future for you guys. So ladies, thank you very much. That's your mobility session for today done, and tomorrow we will have our upper body dumbbell workout, and then we'll have our lower body dumbbell workout on Thursday, and then that's it. And I've just got Kelly messaging. You're very, very welcome, Kelly. I'm very glad that you've all got something out of this. I'm very proud of it myself. It's now a resource that I've got too, so for future reference. So I dug deep into my toolbox and pulled out everything I know, so it's been good to be able to get it down on paper like this, which is fantastic, and it's been a great experience actually putting these together every single day and coming to you live. It's all brand new because I'm normally face-to-face with clients here in the gym, and this has been a real great experience. So it's amazing how COVID has brought us all together. I see the good in it. So although it's been a little crappy over the last month, I have seen the good in it, and I hope you have too, and I hope you've had a great time. Anyway, this is not the end. I'm talking like this is the end, and it's not. We've still got 2 sessions to go, tomorrow and Thursday. So be back here with dumbbells tomorrow, okay, at 5:15. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, ladies. Bye.